Hey everyone, it's Yvonne Emil Elizondo from Silver Moon Astrology and Transpersonal Counseling, also known as a Silver Moon Counseling. And I am here because we have an Aquarius full moon that's happening right about now. And I thought I would share with you what my perspective is about the energy that this new moon can manifest. I'm really liking this new moon. I have to tell you, I am really liking this new moon. I haven't said that in a while, so I'm really, really, really liking this new moon. But anyway, so let me start by, so I have an amazing acupuncturist, Jamie. I love her. I love her. She does a lot of inner ear work, right? So she puts some magnets all over your ear. And I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm picking up like alien signals. Do you think that's, I wonder if we could do that? Little magnets in the ears and we can like listen to like outer space. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be awesome. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's get started. Here we go. So I'm going to show you the chart. Okay, here we go. So today is the 21st, and this is happening at 2:53 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this is January 21st. This is the first full moon, new moon of the year. So I'm really excited about this, but it's got some really good stuff. Look how pretty this one looks. First and foremost, this is a super new moon, which means that the moon is actually closer in its orbit around the Earth. So it is a super new moon, but look at how pretty this is. It's at the very beginnings of Aquarius. This is an Aquarius moon. There we go. I think I just need to use my finger for this one. Oops. Here we go. Let's clear. Clear everything. There we go. All right, so let's try this again. So here we go. We have the new moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. It's an air sign, not a water sign. A lot of people misconstrue the, the symbol for Aquarius, but it is an air sign. It's fixed air. All right. So, and it is at the very beginning of Aquarius, of the sign. So this is a really, really new energy, which I really, really like. But before we do that, I want to say that Mercury is no longer in retrograde. Yay. Okay, it's still in its shadow period, but no longer in retrograde. And Mars is no longer in retrograde. Yay, but it will be in Gemini until the 23rd, 24th of 23rd, 24th of March. Okay. But we do have Uranus station to go direct right now. So let's chit chat about what all of this means. Here is the new moon in Aquarius, and it is in a beautiful trine to Mars. Mars is at a bounce still. So it's not really functioning as well as it should, but it is a lot better than it was when it was retrograde. So we have Mars in Gemini. And then we have a couple of really cool things that are going on. We have this new moon in a sextile to Jupiter in Aries. All right, Jupiter in Aries, Aries is still a fire sign, and Jupiter is a lot of fire. So, we want to be a little careful there with that. But then Jupiter is sextiling this Mars in Gemini. So basically what this means is that we have the same type of energy in the sense, not the same quality of energy, but the same type of energy. Okay, so it's more masculine energy, not male, but masculine energy, more active energy, and more active energy. All right, so if you will notice, okay, we have this trine. So now we have this beautiful placement there. But this Uranus station retrograde is also trining Mercury in Capricorn. All right, so I really, really, really do like this energy. The only little bit here that I would say is this Venus in Saturn, Venus in Saturn in Aquarius. It could go either way. It could be about a very responsible type of, a love approach or approach to love. But okay, let's talk about this Aquarius new moon. So Aquarius is fixed air. It is very much about progress and progression and eccentricism sometimes. It's also about moving forward, right? It's all of that genius stuff that happens, the inventors, right? We have to have this quality of looking into the future in order to manifest the future. And that's really what this moon, new moon is about. So new moons are new beginnings of the lunar year. This is when you set your intentions. This is when you sit with yourself. I never do any magical work during the new moon, only because the moon is dark. And so Just me personally, this is a time of rest. I am very tired, by the way. So for me, this moon quality is more about, okay, how can we set those intentions for planning for the future? What do we need to do in this new moon to plan for the future? All right, so that's the Aquarius energy. And Aquarius is also very much about the group mentality, but also separate from the group, which is kind of interesting. If you know any Aquarian people, they enjoy being in the group, but you will see them kind of sneak off to themselves after a little bit because, you know, they enjoy the distance. And sometimes that Aquarian quality can come across as distance and maybe cold and difficult to connect with. I don't necessarily feel that that's always the intention with Aquarian people, but there is that quality that kind of lingers in the air. And they are very mental. This is a very mental sign. It is an air sign, but it's also a very mental sign. And so there's the aspects of this are really about, you know, the thinking, how we communicate, how we send information from one place to the other. It is a very networking kind of sign. So anything related within those themes, this new moon is really going to be an amazing opportunity to set some groundwork for, you know, this lunar month, especially. Now, this is, again, it's trining, right? It's trining Mars in Gemini. So this makes me feel like the initiatory aspect of these intentions has quite a bit of movement. We had Mercury retrograde, and then we had Mars retrograde, and then we had Uranus retrograde. And there was a lot of energy that didn't feel like it was moving forward. But I feel like especially the second half of January moving on, we're going to start to see the energy picking up. So I'm very hopeful that we're mostly out of that 20, 21, 22 energy, okay, and really stepping into this progress and moving forward. Now, Uranus is a station to turn direct. Thank goodness, because it's been retrograde in Taurus for a while. And so this is going to shift the unexpectedness of the quality of, you know, the energy that we will be working with here moving forward. And it is part of this new moon, okay, because Uranus is station. When the planet is station, it's the strongest, but it's still retrograde to some extent. It's kind of stopped, but it's stationing to turn direct. And so it is a very strong influence right now in this moon. And Uranus is about change, right? It's about unexpected. It's about doing things differently. It's about stepping outside of the box. And so this is what this moon feels like to me. It is about stepping outside of this box. And then we connect it by sextile to Jupiter at the very beginnings of Aries. And it makes me feel like it's just go out and do it. Right. So Jupiter's like wants to go out, wants to be out there. It's about expansion and growth. Although we need to be careful with Jupiter in Aries because Aries is an air sign. It's very impulsive and explosive sometimes. So too much of Aries isn't always the best approach. But I feel that with, you know, these two air signs and this fire sign, there's a sense of motivation that we can get things done, whatever it is that we're initiating here within this new moon. So, and then this Venus piece in Aquarius, right? We have the Saturn and Venus conjunction, and Venus to me in Aquarius is very much about connecting mentally. Again, Aquarius is about the mental capacity. It's about communication. And so to me, this Venus is more about how do we connect on a more communicative, more very thoughtful, more very concise approach, because that is Aquarian energy. And Saturn is at home in Aquarius. And so it's very, very strong. So it rules Venus at this point. And so Saturn to me makes me feel like whatever's initiated, it has the potential for responsibility, for a strong foundation moving forward, right? Because we do things, hopefully we're initiating stuff that we are comfortable with and that we enjoy, which is what Venus represents. And even if you're not, you can tap into that Venus energy and, you know, go from there. But this makes me feel like there's going to be consistency and responsibility moving forward. So if we put all that together, okay, what do we do with this? Well, this is a new moon in a very new placement in Aquarius. And it has the potential for really striving and setting the foundations from the very beginning about the intentions regarding those, the connecting factors, as I'm going to refer to them, the aspects of, networking and planning and really stepping outside the box. And the motivation and the energy is absolutely there to do this during this super new moon. So I am excited. This would be a great time to, I know I'm always talking about the new moon as intention setting, but look, I try my best to live every day intentionally. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. But intention, if we can live intentionally, and this is really what this new moon makes me feel like, this is about intentionally setting foundations for the future, whether it's just this future lunar month or whether it moves to a few months or if it moves to the entire year, this or beyond. This is really an energy that for me feels very foundational and would be very, 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 okay, I keep using the word very sophisticated in a way and savvy to help you really look at those intentions and identify what is really working in your favor, and maybe something that you're holding on to that you're being stubborn about, because Aquarius energy can also be very stubborn. It's a fixed air sign. You're being stubborn about and you're not releasing for whatever reason. So this would be a really good time to take a look, go within, right? Analyze those beliefs. Okay, Aquarius energy is very much in tune to their perspective, their belief system, and by golly, they're not going to change it unless you prove it to them that, whatever change you're asking them to do is going to be better than what they already perceive to be correct. So this is a good time to take a look at those perceived, beliefs and see if they're still working in your favor. And if they're not, this would be a good time to change those very thoughtfully and very carefully. And there we go. All right, everyone. If you want to learn more about your astrology or how this moon could influence you, please find me. I am at silvermooncounseling.org. That is silvermooncounseling.org. And that is it. I'm going to set my intentions, light my candle, maybe write my intentions down, put a little bit of herbs on them and just kind of fold them up and leave them, right there next to my candle with maybe a crystal quartz over it to emphasize my intentions. And that is it. All right, everyone, take care. And I hope you enjoy this super new moon in Aquarius. Blessed be.